各位记者朋友，大家下午好。
Good afternoon. Welcome to the press conference. Now questions, please.
Thank you. Question from AFP. Former UK Prime Minister Liz Truss is visiting Taiwan today. She indicated before the trip that she would use it as an opportunity to urge the current Sunak government to treat China as a strategic threat. What is the Foreign Ministry's comment on the visit?
英国前首相特拉斯今天在台北访问，在他访问之前，他就表示将利用这个机会来促使英国现任政府将中国视为战略威胁。你对此有何评论？
中方在台湾问题上的立场是一贯。
China's position on the Taiwan question is consistent and clear. The individual politician who is no longer popular used Taiwan question to stage a show. Its aim is to seek political selfish gains. We notice that people in the UK has criticized this visit, saying that the visit is performative, and this parliamentarian is hurting her own country in some way. The DPP authorities is using the money, taxpayers' money from Taiwan people to pay for their foreign masters. They are just selling Taiwan. They are not loving Taiwan. Such attempts is doomed to failure. Next question, please.
谢发人，新华社记者提问：联合国16日发布2023年中期世界经济形势。
The UN launched the World Economic Situation and Prospects as of mid-2023. The report projects global economic growth to be 2.3% in 2023 and revises up China's growth forecast to 5.3%. What's your comment? We have noted the report and its positive projection for China's economy. Lately, other international organizations and agencies like the World Bank and the IMF have also revised up their 2023 growth projections for China, which demonstrates their confidence in China's development prospects. IMF Managing Director noted that with a strong rebound, the Chinese economy is expected to contribute more than one-third of global growth this year. According to the latest data from China's National Bureau of Statistics, in April, the year-on-year growth for most production and demand indicators improved. Services and consumption witnessed a fast recovery, and employment and prices were generally stable. The national economy sustained the momentum of recovery with increasing positive factors. The Chinese economy's strong resilience, ample potential, and strong vitality, and the fundamentals sustaining China's sound economic growth in the long run stay unchanged. We are convinced that as the vitality and potential of China's economy is further unleashed, China will bring more confidence and strength to the world economic recovery. We welcome businesses of all countries to explore the vast Chinese market and benefit from the abundant opportunities.
下一个问题。
Next question, please.
路透社提问，据媒体报道，中方
Reuters, according to reports, the Chinese side reminds some foreign diplomatic missions in Beijing from warning them from politicization campaign. Do you have any comment? Is that referring to Ukraine?
国际组织驻
Based on the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations and other agreements, embassies and offices of international organizations in China have the duty to respect Chinese laws and regulations. We hope all embassies and offices in China will perform their functions in accordance with the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations or relevant international agreements. Next one, please.
发言人你好，俄通塔斯社记者提问。中国中亚峰会
TASS. At the China Central Asian Summit in Xi'an, will China and the 5 Central Asian countries plan to discuss Ukraine issue?
During the summit, the heads of state will exchange views on major international and regional issues of shared interests. There will be readouts on the summit in due course. Please check back for updates.
下一个问题。
Next question, please.
谢谢发言人。总台央视记者提问：近日，习近平主席
CCTV President Xi Jinping recently replied to the letter written by students from Central Asian countries studying at China University of Petroleum. President Xi encourages them to take an active part in promoting friendships between China and Central Asian countries and act as envoys of friendship and bridges of cooperation. The students were greatly inspired. Can you share more with us what people-to-people and cultural exchanges have achieved between China and Central Asian countries? As President Xi Jinping stated in his reply letter, China and Central Asian countries are linked by mountains and rivers with profound friendships and a shared future. In the 30-plus years since the diplomatic relations were established, people of the two sides have renewed the millennial friendship, reaped fruitful results in education, culture, health, tourism, and subnational exchange, and fostered a multifaceted framework of people-to-people exchange. Education has been a bright spot in such cooperation. The first overseas Confucius Institute was launched in Uzbekistan capital. So far, we have 13 Confucius Institutes in Central Asia, which are widely welcomed by local people. Many who have studied there have become vital components of China-Central Asian exchanges and cooperation. Last year, the Lubang workshop was launched in Tajikistan. The advanced equipment and rich education resources of this project provides Central Asia with a new platform for local youth to upgrade their level of education and skills. More and more students from Central Asian countries are either studying in China or hoping to get such a chance. Turkmenistan student who is studying in Shanghai University made a short animated video, The Song of New China, with her Chinese schoolmates, which went viral on the internet. Cultural exchange has yielded fruitful results. A movie entitled The Composer, a China-Kazakhstan co-production, tells the story of friendship between Chinese composer Xian Xinhai and Kazakh composer Bakadaimov. The preservation and restoration project for historical relics of Khiva in Uzbekistan was completed successfully with concerted efforts of both sides. A Chinese opera was staged in Kyrgyzstan with great success. Many Central Asian stars have brought their performance to China. Subnational exchanges has been flourishing. There are 62 pairs of sister provinces, regions, and cities. The city of Xi'an, the host of this China-Central Asia Summit, after witnessing the booming exchange between people of countries along the ancient Silk Road for over 1,000 years, stands today as a bustling metropolis connecting China and Central Asian countries. Tomorrow, China-Central Asian Summit will officially begin. A new chapter of friendship, cultural affinity, and a shared future will be written by Chinese and Central Asian people together, where the Asian Silk Road began, and this millennial bond will become further strengthened. Next question, please.
Turn on your mic, please.
Sorry. Bloomberg News. Do you have the schedule for the Central Asian Summit, and can you tell us when President Xi Jinping will be speaking? Thank you.
您能否介绍一下这个中国中亚峰会的日程，习主席？
As for the China-Central Asia Summit and its schedule, we will release readouts on due course. Please check back for updates. Next one, please.
Thank you, AFP. The United States announced legal charges on Tuesday against several Chinese and Russian nationals accused of stealing trade secrets and violating sanctions by seeking to export sensitive technology. Among these individuals was a former software engineer at Apple, who is a Chinese national. Does the Foreign Ministry have any comment on this matter? Thank you.
我不了解你提到的案件。
I'm not aware of the cases you mentioned. I want to stress that the U.S. has established this group to overstretch the concept of national security, abuse export control measures and technology advantage, politicize, instrumentalize, and weaponize technology issues, suppress other countries' technology development. This is a typical bullying and hegemonic acts. We urge the U.S. to abandon outdated Cold War mentality and zero-sum game. Stop blaming and suppressing China. Stop abusing judicial power to suppress Chinese researchers. China will take necessary measures to safeguard the lawful rights and interests of Chinese nationals. Next question, please.
Ambassador Li Hui, the Special Representative for Eurasian Affairs, is meant to be in Kyiv yesterday and today. Can you confirm that he's actually in the Ukrainian capital? And can you tell us if he'll be meeting the Ukrainian president while he is there? Thank you.
李辉大使，据信将于昨天和今天在基辅访问，他是否会会见乌克兰总统？你能否证实？
关于中国政府欧亚事务特别代表
On Ambassador Li Hui's visit to the 5 countries in Europe, we will release information in due course. Please check back for updates. Next question, please.
路透社提问：一名美国官员告诉路透社
Reuters, according to an U.S. official, China should play a constructive role in Sri Lanka's debt restructuring. Do you have any comment?
中方一贯支持
We have stated our position on this matter multiple times. I want to reiterate that China supports our financial institutions in working with the Sri Lanka side, and we would like to continue to play a positive role. At the same time, we call on commercial and multilateral creditors to take part in the debt restructuring in Sri Lanka and share burdens in a fair way. It has been learned that Sri Lanka government has said that it will discuss the matter with creditors, including China. China and Sri Lanka are in positive communication on this matter now. Next question, please.
谢谢发言人。东方卫视记者提问：我们了解到，本周禁止化学武器公约。
The 5th review conference of the CWC was held this week in The Hague, Netherlands. The issue of Japan's abandoned chemical weapons is one of the items high on the agenda. Could you share more with us? Recently, the 5th review conference of the CWC was held in Netherlands, and Japan's abandoned chemical weapons in China is a key item and an important work in implementation of the CWC, and the complete and thorough destruction of ACWs in China is Japan's unshakable historical, political, and legal responsibility. The destruction of Japanese ACWs has seriously lagged behind and missed the deadlines for the destruction many times. China has been urging Japan to act with a stronger sense of urgency and to implement the new destruction plan fully, completely, and faithfully. Japan needs to eliminate the harm of ACWs and to contribute to build a world free of chemical weapons. China hosted a special exhibition on Japanese ACWs on the site of the conference, and the Director General areas of OPCW and representatives from other countries highly attended the exhibition, and we called on parties to keep and intensify supervision over Japan and push for greater progress in destruction process.
The ownership situation and the security of the country's national grid operator, which is 40% owned by China's State Grid Corp. And the government of the Philippines would take back control of the entity if necessary after recent problems with electricity supply in the Philippines. Does the Ministry of Foreign Affairs have a comment on this situation?
表示考虑到国家电网的这个所有权 和安全性，有必要的话会收回控制权。目前中国国家电网持有40%的股份，你对此有何评论？
菲律宾是中国的友好。
The Philippines is a close neighbor and friendly partner of China. China supports Chinese companies in expanding cooperation with the Philippine side and achieving mutually beneficial results. Next question, please.
Thank you. One more from AFP. A Chinese fishing boat has sunk in the central Indian Ocean with a crew including 17 Chinese citizens. Can you confirm the precise location where the boat sank or offer any updates on casualties or the cause of the accident? Thank you.
一艘中国籍的渔船在印度洋中部沉没，船上的这个船员有17名是中国籍，你能否确认这个事故发生的地点还有伤亡的情况？
关于你提到的中国，
As for the incident you mentioned, I would like to share more information with you. After the incident on May the 16th, the Central Committee of the party has attached importance to this. President Xi Jinping has asked the Foreign Ministry and relevant missions overseas to step up communication with local parties and coordinate in the search effort. The Foreign Ministry has, at first time, inactivated the response mechanism. Chinese and foreign ships have arrived in the waters where the incident happened, and they are working around the clock to carry out the search and rescue work. We would like to appreciate the Australian side for sending aircrafts and ships to take part in the search and rescue efforts. We hope neighboring countries will continue to work with China to carry out the work and will not give up hope of saving lives. Next question, please. Anything else? That's all for today. Thank you.